Alright guys, we're here. We made it. Here comes the culmination of about the last 10 years of my life. Yeah, I'm pretty passionate about this stuff. My name's Chelsea. Yeah, here we go. Alright guys, we're here. We made it. What is happening? Here comes the culmination of about the last 10 years of my life. Yeah, I'm pretty passionate about this stuff. Technical difficulties. I guess that's what happens when you got the chat going and don't turn it down, eh? All right. Are we awake? Are we? Maybe not. Let's see. Let's find out. Let's find out. All right, guys. Recognize. The Matrix symbolizes the collective illusions and conditioning that shape our perceptions and behaviors. Living within this framework often means operating on autopilot and adhering to societal norms without conscious reflection. Breaking free requires deep introspection, questioning of these ingrained beliefs. Living beyond the Matrix is characterized by a sense of freedom and authenticity. Individuals often experience increased creativity, inner peace, and a deeper sense of connection to the world around them. This liberated state allows for the conscious creation of one's reality, free from external constraints. You guys are like, what does all this mean? All right. Social constructs. A social construct is something that exists only because we all agree that it does. Things like money. A piece of paper is valuable only because we all agree that it is. Time. We divided reality into minutes, hours, and days to make sense of existence. Borders. Lines on a map don't exist in nature, but we treat them as they're real. History. The stories we accept as truth become our collective memory. Now consider, if entire nations and societies are built on constructs, what else can be changed? The Matrix is the totality of our society, of our socially constructed reality. It includes anything which exists in the world which is not tangible, such as the concept of identity, race, gender, ethnicity, sex, self, nationality, government, countries, culture, language, family, love, marriage, monogamy, religion, morality, good and evil, beauty, age, laws and rules, money and property, mental illness and intelligence, social class and hierarchy, power, value. It's the belief that X, anything is socially contingent and probably, but not necessarily bad and worth reforming. I worked for an employer that I'll never forget. Somebody who valued his team as the entirety of the company. Without us, he was nothing. His words. He always said the way through anything was to remain coachable. He refused to make decisions for the whole without our input or decisions. We had a meeting every morning. It was probably one of the most engaging jobs that I had. I miss them, and I hope they're all doing well. I found this cute little chart, so you guys can see to support what I'm saying here. The greatest thing about this journey is that I have had the joys of learning from the rest of y'all, you wonderful universe out there, and you amazing people who decide to question the reality that you see as well. Without y'all trying to figure this stuff out, I probably wouldn't have figured it out myself. So let's keep going. How do we break out of this stuff? Okay, 3 things that are really important to keep in mind are awareness and mindfulness. Cultivating a practice of mindfulness allows individuals to observe their thoughts and actions, identifying patterns that stem from societal conditioning. These heightened awarenesses, this heightened awareness is the first step towards conscious living. I told you guys I was nervous. I spent forever and ever going through this. I don't want to miss anything. There's a load of load of things for me to tell y'all here, and I want to do my best to make sure it's digestible. Inner exploration. Engaging in meditation and self-reflection facilitates a deeper understanding of one's truth self. Beyond external influences, this process uncovers authentic desires and purposes. You gotta embrace change. Everything is constantly changing. Somebody told me that long ago, and it has stuck, and it is the truth. Go with the flow. All of these cliches that they have told us our entire lives, there's a reason for it. Transitioning out of the matrix involves making lifestyle choices. They have to align with the one's newfound awareness, such as simplifying your environment, pursuing meaningful work, things that you love and enjoy. I once told, he was the principal of our school, and, I had he was just so cranky all the time. And I remember telling him that it was his job and that if he didn't love it, he was supposed to quit. That was just something ingrained in me as a small child, that we're supposed to grow up and do the things that we love. We're not supposed to grumble through life. Foster genuine connections. What else? We're taught that the world is fixed and unchangeable, but in reality, social constructs are fluid. They can be rewritten. We've written every single one already. Our consciousness plays a role in shaping reality. If we change what we collectively accept, we change the world. So what happens when we wake up and begin to consciously shape new and better constructs? We redefine power. We shift from fear-based systems to love-based ones. We create a reality that serves humanity, not controls it. The power of co-creation. Right now, we're on the edge of a massive shift. You see it, I see it, we all see it. People are realizing that belief shapes experience, and that the rules that we are given are not absolute. The past was a construct, the future is ours to build, and what we choose to believe will shape what comes next. This is why your prayers, your intentions, your choices matter more than ever, because what we create together will become the next reality. So, what kind of world are we choosing to create? They tried to manipulate us with media, rewriting history, distorting truth, and programming reality to keep us blind, divided, and asleep. But they underestimated one thing: the divine spark within us. The part of us that never forgets. The part of us that seeks truth, no matter how deep they try to bury it. The illusion they created, they fed us fear to keep us powerless. They distorted history so we wouldn't remember who we are. They used media to shape our thoughts, implant false narratives, and steer us away from self-realization. They tried to make us believe that we were just bodies, just workers, just numbers in a system. But truth cannot be erased. It only waits to be rediscovered. Follow the breadcrumbs. The Mandela effect. Y'all heard of that? Bet you have. Proof that reality is shifting, and it's that history has been altered. Spiritual awakenings. People are remembering that we are more than flesh, more than what they told us. If you guys follow me on Spotify and Instagram, you know that I've been chatting about Emanuel Swedenborg, on Spirit Realm Podcast. Swedenborg, other mystics, all the ancient wisdom, lost scriptures. For me, it literally just kind of all seemed to come out of nowhere when learning all of these things on my journey. So resurfaces as if the universe is placing breadcrumbs right in front of us, Signs and synchronicities. You hear the term about angel numbers, other messages, experiences that just guide us towards truth. You start looking those things up and just pay attention to them. Blow your mind, guys. Everything we need has always been here. They tried to keep us from seeing it, but the moment we opened our eyes, the illusion began to collapse. The belief that Ed McMahon was a spokesperson for Publishers Clearinghouse is a prominent example of the Mandela effect. Maybe that's why my deep dive into PCH is so prominent for me. In reality, McMahon was associated with a different company, American Family Publishers, which conducted similar sweepstake promotions. But apparently he never went door to door. This widespread misconception has led many to question the reliability of collective memory and explore the psychological factors contributing to such shared inaccuracies. History's been changed, you say? Got no clue what I'm talking about? Ask yourself the following questions. What color is Pikachu's tail? It's always had a black tip, right? The Berenstain Bears or the Berenstein Bears? I personally find it funny that the change is to the word stain. For me, that sticks out. Why? It makes me wonder. The titles of the books have also changed. They seem a bit darker than they used to be. They're more targeted towards not very nice things. This was a new one for me. I was going through researching, making all of this stuff, because there's a lot of them, y'all. A lot. But apparently, Darth Vader never said, "Luke, I am your father." Apparently. I have a video here, though, of Mr. James Earl Jones. I don't know if it's going to play for us, though. Hey, looky there. 1 second. Let me make sure you guys can hear it.
I'll never join you!
If you only knew the power of the dark side. When I first saw the dialogue that said, "Luke, I am your father," I said to myself,
Well,
he's lying.
anyway, you see here that he says, when he read the script, first saw the script for "Luke, I'm your father," he thought to himself, no way, how are they going to pull this off? They're lying, right? And then it goes on to play the clip of the movie In Our Reality Today, where he never says Luke. All he says is, "No, I'm your father." We got geography shifting on us. Are we shifting timelines? Do we just have new technology out there that lets us see things differently? Global warming. I'm sure that's a theory too. I don't really know. But we all work so often that none of us get the opportunity to really figure out what's going on in this world that's clearly alive and nurturing, but we're tending to not pay attention to. Apparently South America and Australia have moved. Yeah, we can see that a little bit. The big one. This is the one we're all talking about, CERN. What are they doing over there? Do we have a clue? If you don't know who CERN is, the European Organization for Nuclear Research. They have that huge, large hadron collider, the world's largest particle accelerator. Conspiracy theorists believe that CERN may have accidentally or intentionally altered reality with their high-energy physics experiments. You know, how could they have done it? They've been increasing, Mandela effects have been increasing since '08. The first run of the Large Hadron Collider was in 2008. And since then, Mandela effects have become way more common. Theory suggests that each time CERN powers up the collider, reality shifts just a little bit more. Could this explain why people remember Ed McMahon delivering PCH checks in one version of reality, but not in another? 2012 reality shift. In 2012, CERN successfully discovered the Higgs boson particle, the God particle. I don't know how to say it. I looked it up and it's still failing. Boson, Higgs boson, which some think really mess with reality and cause a timeline shift. Coincidentally, 2012 was also the year the Mayan calendar predicted that the world would end. Some think that this means our old reality was destroyed and we woke up in a new one. Opening portals to other dimensions. CERN experiments involve smashing atoms together at nearly the speed of light. Some believe this could have ripped a hole in space-time, causing a timeline merge or even a shift into a slightly different dimension. Even Stephen Hawking warned that the Higgs boson could destroy the universe. I'm pretty sure he said something that it could literally destroy the universe. Or at least cause major shifts in reality. Don't know. What do you guys think? Good idea? Bad idea? Y'all tell me. Boson? Higgs boson? We'll see. Boson. You're right. Boson. Thanks, Dina. Check these out. What do you guys remember? Y'all remember the Monopoly man wearing a monocle? Not wearing a monocle? Or was that just the Peanuts guy? Yeah. Skechers never had a T. Curious George. Tail? No tail? Is he a monkey? Is he a chimp? Pretty sure he's a monkey. Mickey Mouse wears suspenders? Not totally sure. I am, granted, wearing a Mickey Mouse on my shirt. My shirt here. Here, hold on, let me see. Let me show you guys my face to let you know that I'm alive and I'm a real person, and here we are, okay? Let's see. We got Mickey Mouse. Oh, here, hold up. Gotta stand up. Desktop. Mickey Mouse, right? No spenders. I see no spenders. But I clearly remember spenders. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. Alright, let's get back to this. I saw something about Dolly. I'm not sure who Dolly is, but apparently this was an iconic moment, This goes to talk to me about creativity and whatnot. Kind of when you look at these Mandela effects, they seems like they took the real creativity and story writing away. She's got braces because the guy had braces. You know what I mean? What's his name? Jaws? Whatever his name is. Yeah. Flintstones. Jiffy, Jif. Has it always been Jif? Some of us swear it has always been Jif. Not sure. Are they messing with us? Have we just altered reality enough to change things? Also, why'd they take away Shaggy's Adam's apple? What does that mean? Interesting. Alright, guys. We live in a simulation. If you're like me, you believe that magic's real. Universe is real. The powers of the universe, manifestation, God, Jesus, everything they told us about was written about, all the ancient texts, mythology. When you dig into it all, you'll start putting your own pieces together. They can't control a species that remembers its own divinity. They can't manipulate minds that know how to think for themselves. They can't suppress souls that have stepped into their power. We followed the breadcrumbs, and now we see the bigger picture. We're not lost. We're not weak. We're never separate. Now, we create the next chapter. A world built on truth, love, and true creation, not deception. They tried to erase our power, but all they did was remind us how strong we really are. Now we move forward, together, awake, and unstoppable. Whoa. We going too fast? We sure are. The goal is to manipulate us for financial gain, whether they want me to say that or not. Stripping away our human qualities. That's what evil does, This spiritual war we're out here battling. Technology and social media algorithms designed to control attention, influence emotion, and divide us for profit. Not everybody's doing that, but y'all know what I mean. Economic and political systems, keeping people in cycles of debt, fear, and dependency rather than empowering them. Mass media and fear programming, repeated messages to keep the collective consciousness in survival mode. It was never just one mastermind pulling the strings. It was systems, ideas, and industries that spiraled out of control. The Social Dilemma movie exposed this. Even the tech guys admitted it. Nobody set out to enslave humanity, but greed, misinformation, and unconscious choices created a monster. Proof is in the patterns. Sociologist Emile Durkheim introduced the concept of anomie, a breakdown of social norms, leading to a loss of identity and increased suicide rates. Now, when I read this, of course, I pondered. And I asked the wonderful World Wide Web of ours, which years had the highest suicide rates, right? And what possibly was happening in the world at the same time. 1941, World War II, shattered global stability, creating mass uncertainty, fear, and a shift in consciousness. 2022, what happened after that? Post-COVID, mental health crisis, social division, financial instability, another period of widespread anomie. Full honesty skyrocketed and continued to climb. I hope y'all are doing better these last few years. I know we are. Each time the collective responded in predictable ways. Each time the ripple effect of fear, confusion, and disconnection spread. Each time we saw undeniable proof that we are linked, not just in society, but in mind. If collective consciousness weren't real, how could these patterns keep repeating? Even major historical crisis, every major historical crisis, every moment of mass disillusionment, every psychological shift in society has shown us that we are not individuals moving separately. We are connected. Misguided, not malicious, and now we can choose differently. The people who built these systems weren't all evil. They were misguided. They were operating in an illusion just like everyone else. And now that we see it, we have a choice. Do we stay in the broken systems that manipulate us, or do we reclaim our power and consciously shape a new reality? The collective is waking up. The truth is coming to the surface, and we are the ones who will decide what comes next. We are connected, we are aware, and now we rise together. We're here to create, learn, and love. Truth. God created everything, including us as creators, not separate, not alone, but as a living extension of divine love, placed in the garden of creation to nurture, protect, and grow. Literally. That's what it said. That's how it all begins, right? That's the story we all know. So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. We were made in his image, meaning we carry the divine ability to create, love, and bring forth goodness. The one is us as a whole. What if we were never meant to be divided? What if we were never meant to fear, hoard, or destroy? What if we were always meant to co-create, expand, and to love without limits? There is neither Jew nor Gentile, neither slave nor free, nor is there male or female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. Separation is an illusion. In God, we are one body, meant to build each other up, not to tear each other down. Testing him. When God said test me, maybe he meant try out the magic of love and creation. See how intention and faith can shape the world. Set your will in alignment with divine love and watch miracles unfold. Bring the whole tithe into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house. Test me in this, says the Lord Almighty, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will not be enough room to store it. God wants us to step into faith. When we act in alignment with his love, we create abundance not just for ourselves, but for the whole world. Life isn't about denying that fire within us. It's about learning to wield it with wisdom. Standing tall when needed, responding with peace, guiding others without force, and holding space for others, that's what we need to do. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. We don't need to battle with it. We don't need to battle with force. We need to move in divine wisdom. Strength is not in destruction, but in restraint, discernment, and leading by example. If love is the only rule, then everything else falls into place. We meet people where they are, we sit with them in patience and guide them, not by force, but by love. Love one another as I have loved you. Love is the only law we need. It governs all things. If we live in love, we fulfill all commandments. Maybe the real test is whether we will finally believe in the power we've been given. Whether we will choose to create with love, not just for ourselves, but for the whole. For we walk by faith, not by sight. Faith activates miracles. Faith and love in our divine purpose and our ability to transform reality through God's guidance is the test. The magic is real. The power is real. The shift is happening. We are manifesting God's will with every breath, every choice, every intention. The kingdom of God is within you. Heaven isn't just some distant reality. It's something we are here to create, to embody, and to step into right now. We are everything that we allow ourselves to be. We're limitless, but only to the extent that we allow ourselves to step into that truth. If we believe that we are small, we live small. If we accept our divine inheritance, we live powerfully. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. The only limits we face are those we impose upon ourselves. The moment we choose to believe in the fullness of who we are, we align with our highest purpose. Oh, hey, Lolo. Allow yourself to understand that we are all connected, but not in the way that the illusion tries to trick us. Y'all are not projections. Y'all are not just mere reflections of my inner world. You are real, living, conscious beings, each with your own divine mastery, wisdom, and lessons. We do not ascend alone. We do not grow in isolation. The collective matters. Pray for them, intentionally, consistently, selfishly, because their growth is your growth, because their awakening is your awakening, because we rise together or not at all. Choose to pray not out of obligation, but because you know that love fuels transformation. And when you send out that love, that prayer, that intention, it shifts everything. Because each soul holds a unique key to unlocking our collective evolution. Did you hear that? Each soul unlocks a unique key to unlocking our collective evolution. Each person has a purpose that adds to the grand design. Each awakening makes the whole stronger. This is what true unity is. Not forced, not artificial, not an illusion, but a living, breathing symphony of consciousness, each note playing its part in the divine song of creation. And the more we pray, the more we love, the more we guide and hold space for one another, the faster we all remember, the faster we all rise, the faster we all create the world that we are always meant to inherit. Keep praying, keep holding space, keep leading by example, because every intention rooted in love reshapes the collective reality. And right now, that shift is happening. Things have uncovered along the way. Again, if you listen to my podcast, you'll know that this all began when I thought it'd be great to figure out how to win Publishers Clearinghouse, right? It's everywhere. What's this all about? Let's see. You never know. But the nerd in me reads terms and conditions and privacy policies, and, life got weird. Concept. What you agree to creates your experience. Terms and conditions. Agreeing to the terms means you accept data collection, targeted ads, and future solicitations. What you focus on expands. Your belief shapes your reality. Law of attraction. And the spiritual law, truly I tell you, whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. Concept of ignoring fine print or equals passive agreement. If you don't opt out, the system assumes again. If you don't opt out, the system assumes consent. If you don't set clear intentions, you receive random results. My people perish for lack of knowledge. The lesson: know what you're signing up for. Set clear intentions for what you want to manifest. And be mindful of what you commit to spiritually, mentally, and physically. Your interactions create a record. Every click, entry, and interaction is stored and used for marketing. The universe is always responding to your energy and emotions. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, so that each of us may receive what is due for the things done while in the body. Your habits shape what you receive. Ads and promotions are based on past behaviors. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions dictate what you attract. A man reaps what he sows. Be intentional about your digital footprint. Monitor your thoughts and emotions. They shape your reality. Live with integrity. Every action has consequences. You have the power to stop what no longer serves you. You can opt out of marketing emails and data collection. You can choose to shift focus away from negative thoughts and patterns. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. If you don't take action, the system assumes consent. So many S's. See, look at that. This trying to trip me up. Default settings keep you subscribed unless you actively change them. What you don't actively reject will continue to influence you. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Be proactive about protecting your personal and digital space. Actively choose what you allow into your mind and energy field. Guard your heart and mind against influences that don't align with your higher purpose. Hoping for instant wealth? Millions enter, few win. Odds are stacked against you. Manifestation can bring abundance, but belief and action are required. Seek first the kingdom of God, and all of these things will be added to you. Real abundance requires more than luck. Winners are random, and financial success isn't guaranteed. Those who align with their purpose and take action see results. I have come that they may have life and have it abundantly. Do not rely on luck alone. Create your own success. Align your mindset, actions, and purpose to attract what you seek. Spiritual abundance comes through faith, not shortcuts. There is always an exchange happening. Free sweepstakes are funded by advertising and data collection. What you put into the universe comes back to you in some form. Give, and it will be given to you. True value is built through action. Those who take action, work, invest, create, build sustainable wealth. Your energy and effort shape your outcomes. Faith without works is dead. Be mindful of hidden costs in free opportunities. Nothing comes from nothing. Energy must be invested. True wealth, spiritual and material, is built through faith and action. PCH could be like this, that's the system. Teaches you about the system. A framework designed to attract, track, and profit from engagement. A secret, a method of focusing energy and intent to shape reality. A guide to aligning with God's will, wisdom, and spiritual laws to create abundance, purpose, and fulfillment in life. What's the best strategy? Know what you're agreeing to, spiritually and physically. Set clear intentions and boundaries. Trust that your actions shape your reality. Seek true abundance, not just material gain. Align with divine principles to build a fulfilling, meaningful life. Ultimately, whatever you call it, manifestation or faith, the key is understanding how your choices, energy, and beliefs shape your life. So choose wisely, set intentions, and trust that everything aligns for the good of those who seek truth. You guys see strategy guide on here. I keep calling the Bible a strategy guide because recently I've had the realization that, it's kind of been my strategy guide. All you gamers out there, you play your video games, think of this as an actual simulation. Life's a simulation, and the Bible is your strategy guide. As much as you don't want me to say that. I've done the hard work for you. Here, I've pulled the breadcrumbs. Now, you can do with it what you will. We have always made the decisions to accept what we know is true. The Mandela effect, timeline shifts, and our collective memories all point to the true power of social constructs. What we agree upon becomes reality. What we reinforce takes form. What we believe together shapes the world around us. The Mandela effect shows us that memories can be influenced not just by individuals, but by the collective. If enough people remember something a certain way, does that change reality? If we all accept a different version of history, does that mean that the original reality never existed? No. What if our consciousness collectively chose a different path, as I said before, rewriting the past without us even realizing it? It'd be a good thing, right? It's a good thing for me. Those are little miracle realizations for me that make you just go, This proves how social constructs are not just beliefs, but the framework for reality itself. Everything we've ever thought and believed has become reality. So what if we choose to think and believe positive magic? Had we understood Swedenborg's vision of the spiritual world, the nature of heaven and hell, and the reality of divine love, we would have awakened faster. He would have seen through the illusion sooner. But the story was written, and we had to live it out, because true understanding comes through experience. We had to walk the path. We had to question, we had to seek, we had to fall, rise, and remember. The world wasn't ready before, but it is now, and it's our time. Swedenborg's insights were ahead of their time, but time's an illusion. Now, the words, the wisdom, the understanding, all of it, it's coming back exactly when we need it most. It was always meant to unfold this way. This is the moment where we step into our role, not just as seekers, but as co-creators of the new world. We're no longer waiting, we're no longer asleep, we're no longer searching for someone else to guide us. It's our time now, and this time, we lead. The veil is lifting, the illusion is breaking. We are remembering. The real war is for your attention. What you feed grows. How will you shape the next timeline? The light never dies. They burned the books, they rewrote history, they tried to make us forget who we are, but truth can't be destroyed. It lives inside of us, written in our souls, passed through our DNA, whispered in our intuition, and no matter how many times they tried to scatter us, we found our way back to each other, always. Because Jesus is alive in our hearts, because God's wisdom flows through us, because love cannot be erased. They taught us that he was outside of us, that we had to look elsewhere for power, that we were separate from divinity, but what did Jesus really teach? The kingdom of God is within you. You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. I'm with you always, even to the end of the age. The message was never about fear or control. It was always about awakening, about remembering that we are more powerful than we've been told. No force can keep us apart. They moved continents, they erased languages, they tried to make us forget our true history, but love rewrites reality. No timeline shift, no illusion, no deception is stronger than the divine spark within us. That's why we're waking up. That's why they could never truly stop us, because truth echoes through eternity, because the Spirit moves through all things, because we were never separate to begin with. We are coming back together, not just as people, but as souls. We are remembering, we are healing, and we are rising. And nothing, no government, no deception, no false system can stop the will of the universe. And now we grow. We never lost each other. They just make us think we did. We never lost Jesus. They just tried to hide his real teachings. We never lost the truth. It's just waiting for us to remember. So now we grow. Now we step into the reality that we were always meant to create. We are home. We are connected, and we will light the way. We're not just mere spectators in the unfolding narrative of existence. We are active participants, co-creating our shared reality. This process involves the dynamic interaction between our individual consciousnesses and the collective, leading to the manifestation of our experiences. As we awaken to this understanding, we recognize that our thoughts, beliefs, and actions significantly influence the world around us. As Steve Pavlina articulates, co-creation is the process by which consciousness establishes harmony within itself. Our individual experiences and intentions contribute to the collective consciousness, shaping the reality that we all share. This interconnectedness means that as we evolve, so does the collective experience. So if we love and take care of each other and grow, things get beautiful. If we disconnect and hate and shame and, not treat people good, y'all know what happens. We've seen it. We've done it. We're doing it. And now we're doing better. I know this is lengthy, y'all, so if you're still watching, I appreciate you. Let's get her done. Observing changes in our personal and collective timelines can serve as evidence of our spiritual and conscious evolution. These timeline shifts often manifest as changes in perception, altered experiences, or even collective phenomena, like the Mandela effect. Such experiences suggest that we elevate our consciousness. We may access different realities or versions of events. The journey of ascension to higher consciousness involves major energetic shifts in our spiritual and physical bodies. These shifts can lead to changes in our perception of reality, indicating that we are moving towards our highest potential. I don't know if any of y'all have heard about the Schumann resonance. Maybe I'll do a live stream about that. But yeah, that's been going crazy lately. I feel it. I'm probably an empath, though. I'm not totally sure. We didn't talk about these things when we were kids, because that's all crazy talk. Breaking free from limiting beliefs and societal constructs allows us to step into our true power. This liberation is not just a personal victory, but a collective one, as each individual's growth contributes to the elevation of the whole. By embracing our authentic selves and highest potential, we inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect that transforms our shared reality. As we align with the universe and co-create our reality, we tap into the greatest power there is, life itself. This alignment enables us to realize our fullest potential and contribute positively to the collective consciousness. Regularly engage in practices that center your awareness, such as meditation or journaling. This helps in recognizing patterns and shifts in your reality. Connect with like-minded individuals to share experiences and insights. Collective discussions can amplify understanding and foster growth. I've mentioned it on my podcast. Start a group, start a support group, get out there, tell your story, share your story, help others. It's needed. Embrace change. View changes and challenges as opportunities for growth. Trust that shifts in your reality are guiding you towards your highest good. Set clear intentions for the reality that you wish to co-create. Live intentionally. Align your actions with these intentions to manifest desired outcomes. By actively participating in our personal and collective evolution, we not only witness but also direct the course of history in the making. Our awareness of these timeline changes is our testament to our journey towards realizing our highest potentials. Just do the next right thing, even if it's hard, because if you don't, it only gets harder. We should have learned this by now. Still don't believe that the universe loves and guides you? Always has, always will? Don't feel like you're walking in a time loop of insanity and things are just getting stranger and stranger? Or are you so focused on working yourself to death that you aren't engaged with the system, only being run by it? Wake up, go to work, come home, sleep, go to work, pay your bills. But the bills are always there, and your mind is always focused on how you'll provide for yourself and the family you created. Hearing of divine wisdom, but never knowing it yourself. They quote it, why should we read it? It says something, doesn't it? Read between the lines, y'all. Whether you believe what I've told you so far or not, science is discovering new insights daily. Imagine that. Science and God. Among the rest of y'all's wild theories. Besides Mandela effects, there are also glitches in reality that suggest something is off. People vanishing and reappearing. Some stories exist of people randomly vanishing for a short period of time and reappearing without explanation, as if they glitched out of reality. A woman once reported her husband disappeared while they were walking together, only to reappear a few minutes later, having no memory of being gone. Deja vu and time loops. Ever feel like you've experienced a moment before, but it makes no sense? Some think this is a sign of a reality loop, as if our simulation replayed a scene incorrectly. For me, mine are more like premonitions, like I see something happen and then it happens in real life, and I say deja vu out loud, but to me that's just a confirmation that I'm following the path that was laid out before me. Y'all got this wild NPC theory. Some people are not real. Oh, what's that movie? Free Guy? Y'all seen Free Guy? When he's stuck in the video game and you gotta get him out of there? NPCs, not playable characters. idea that some people in our world are non-playable characters. They just go through the motions, they have no deep thoughts, and seem to repeat scripted behaviors. My opinion, more or less, they're trapped in the time loop, they're trapped in the matrix, they're not consciously making decisions for themselves and just going through the motions. It would mean that our reality is programmed and that some people are just background characters, and I refuse to believe that part of it. I believe that we are all human beings here, and we all consciously make choices, whether they're for the good of humanity or for selfish reasons. That's how these things develop. We know what we know about history because we discovered it. We defined it. We've always had ancient texts, whether we decided to investigate them or not. If ancient texts suggest our souls are meant to ascend, could there be forces intentionally keeping us trapped? Many esoteric traditions suggest that reincarnation isn't natural. It's a prison system designed to keep souls stuck in the material world. Some believe when we die we're tricked into reincarnating by false light beings who wipe out our memories and send us back into another lifetime. Some secret societies and elite groups might understand these spiritual truths but keep them hidden. The burning of the Library of Alexandria super made me mad, by the way, when I learned those things. Why? What's the point of that? Suppression of esoteric texts could have been intentional to keep humanity ignorant of its divine nature. Religion and governments might work together to keep people focused on materialism, fear, and division, so they don't awaken to their true power. Hopefully not. Then again, we're all operating in illusion and temptation. Temptation is temptation, right? You got to make that conscious decision for yourself. What happens when we realize that we are all immortal beings? If we understand the true laws of the universe, like the law of attraction, energy manipulation, and ascension, we might break free from the control system. This could be why figures like Jesus, Buddha, and enlightened masters taught hidden knowledge. When we truly know we are immortal beings with infinite potential, we stop playing by the rules of the false system. It seems like all ancient traditions point to hidden spiritual reality that we've forgotten. Whether it's the Gnostic archons, the Buddhist illusionary realms, or Kabbalah's seven heavens, they all suggest that humanity is being kept from ascending to its highest potential. The big question: are we in a reincarnation prison designed to keep us spiritually weak? Or are we here to learn, grow, and graduate when we've mastered the laws of the universe? If the government knows this, they may be doing something in their power to keep us distracted, divided, and spiritually asleep so we don't break out of the system. We are students, learning the laws of the universe, but we've also been tampered with. There are forces that once sought to use us, but through witnessing our journey, even they are coming to understand the divine balance of mercy and wrath. Many spiritual traditions have even suppressed history suggest that humanity is not just a random creation, but an engineered species, one that has been manipulated, enslaved, and weaponized in the past. Some Gnostic texts suggest that false gods, archons, created the material world to trap souls and manipulate them for their own agenda. Sumerian myths talk about the Anunnaki, beings who genetically modified early humans for labor. Biblical and esoteric traditions mention the Nephilim, fallen beings who interfered with humanity's destiny and led them to great destruction. If there was a species or force that wanted to turn humanity into a tool of destruction, it makes sense that they would have done genetic and physiological manipulation to make us easily controlled, hence the suppression of ancient knowledge. They would push war, division, and fear so we would never realize our true power. They would hijack our spirituality, making us believe we are weak, sinful, and dependent on external authority. But instead of becoming the weapon of destruction they planned, humanity has shown something they never accounted for: our capacity for love, forgiveness, and divine transformation. They wanted us to break, but instead we are learning universal truth through suffering and experience. They wanted us to destroy, but instead we are learning how to create. And as they watch us turn pain into wisdom, they are now forced to face the truth about divine balance. This is where true justice the true justice of the universe comes in. It is both merciful and unshakable. Those who choose destruction will destroy themselves. Those who choose love and wisdom will ascend. Either way, the cycle continues until it's broken. Eventually, the cycle will break. Even those who have manipulated, enslaved, and interfered will either evolve or dissolve. That is the universal law. This is probably why they are so desperate to maintain control. They see their own end coming, and they know that they must either change or be erased. Everything, every lie, every manipulation, every hardship has been used for his good. They tried to control us, but all they did was push us towards awakening. They tried to rewrite history, but all they did was make us search for the truth. They tried to break us, but all they did was make us stronger. Because God wastes nothing. He allows the trials, the illusions, the deception, not to destroy us, but to sharpen us. To make us seek, to make us question, to make us remember. And when the student is ready, the teacher appears. The right wisdom comes at the right time. The right people enter our path when we're ready to receive them. The right lessons unfold exactly when we need them to. The teachers have always been here, hidden in texts, in symbols, in whispers from the divine, but only now are we ready to truly see. And now we are the teachers. We carry the wisdom forward, we light the way for others, because this is not just our awakening. This is the collective awakening. Everything that was meant for harm is now fuel for transformation, because He is using all of it for good. You were meant to experience life on earth fully, every joy, every challenge, every lesson. This isn't a place to escape from. This isn't a prison. This isn't a sacred space for growth, for creation, for transformation. This is a sacred space for growth, for creation, and for transformation. Don't self-destruct. Expand. The world will try to break you. That's what it does, by design. Like they told us, we just don't listen very well. The mind will try to trap you consistently. You just have to learn how to recognize it. The past will try to haunt you, but you're not here to self-destruct. You're here to rise. You're here to experience everything life has to offer, for all its beauty, for all its wisdom, for all of its depth. Don't close off, open. Don't harden, soften. Don't resist the flow. Let the magic in. Allow the magic to permeate. Breathe in the wonder of existence. See the divine in every moment. Let life move through you like a symphony, each note perfectly played. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, learning exactly what you need to learn. He created this world for you, to experience, to feel, to create, and to love. Let it all in. Let it all move through you. Let it all shape you into the highest version of yourself, because you were meant to be here, and this world is so much more than they told you. So feel it, embrace it, and live it. Live it and own it. Don't run from your past, wear it. Don't deny your regrets, accept them. Don't try to scrub away the stains, transform them into wisdom, because the more you fight against your own story, the more it consumes you. Regrets don't disappear through denial. They grow. They fester. They become ghosts in your mind. But when you own them, something shifts. They stop being wounds, they start becoming lessons. They stop being weights and start becoming fuel. They stop hurting you and start guiding you. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be flawless. You just have to be real. Accept what is, own what is, create what will be, because this life is yours. Not to erase, but to embrace. Just give yourself a chance to taste it. Taste the depth of existence. Taste the love woven in every moment. Taste the magic flowing through your reality, waiting for you to notice. You don't have to understand everything right now. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to allow yourself to experience it. Step into the unknown. Let the wonder lead you. Feel the joy of being alive. Even when it's uncertain, even when it's unfamiliar, even when you don't know where the road leads, because the magic was never gone. You just have to let yourself taste it again. One step, one breath, one moment at a time. It's the least you can do for yourself, for your soul, and for the life that you were given. You were sent here to live, to feel, to expand, to remember, not just to survive, not just to exist, but to taste the fullness of life, to experience the beauty, the depth, the love that is woven into everything. Let the sun hit your skin. Let the wind carry your worries away. Let your heart open to love without fear. Let your soul dance with the unknown. You owe yourself that much. You owe yourself the chance to see what this life is truly about, because the magic was never locked away from you. It was just waiting for you to open your hands and receive it. So taste it, feel it, live it. It's the least that you can do. You're the author of your own story. No one else is holding the pen. No one else decides how this chapter ends. No one else can tell your story the way you can. But don't keep it locked away. Your story isn't just for you. It's a key for someone else. Someone who is lost and searching. Someone who thinks they're alone. Someone who needs to hear that there is always a way through. Because there is. There's always a way through. There's always a way forward. Even in the darkest moments. Even when it feels impossible. Even when you've convinced yourself you're stuck, there is always a way. Don't let fear keep you silent. Don't let doubt convince you that your story doesn't matter, because it does. It always has. In the moment you share your truth, you light the path for others. Write it, speak it, live it, share it, because the world needs your story. Honesty is the key. We can't help each other if we don't express what's really going on. We can't heal if we keep pretending we're fine. We can't move forward if we refuse to face what's holding us back. When you deny your concerns, when you suppress what's eating you alive, it doesn't disappear. It festers, it grows, it turns into panic, into fear, into self-destruction, and then what happens? You can't help yourself, you can't help the people around you, you can't move forward because you're weighed down by everything you're pretending isn't there. But there is another way. Be honest first. Even if it's messy, even if it's hard, even if you don't know how to fix it yet, say it, speak it, express it. Let it out so you can begin to understand it. Let it be seen so it no longer controls you, because the truth always rises. And when you're honest from the start, there's less damage to repair later. No more bottled up chaos, no more pretending everything's okay while you suffer inside. No more denying your pain and calling it strength. True strength is facing what's real. True healing is owning your truth. True connection is allowing others to do the same. Speak your truth, clean as you go, heal as you grow, because honesty is the foundation of everything. If love is the rule, then everything else falls into place. We meet people where they are. We sit with them in patience and guide them, not by force, but by love. We bring each other forward, never leaving anyone behind. We learn how to love as we wish to be loved. We respond with gentleness when needed, and strength when the moment calls for it. This is how we become whole. This is how we return to the truth that we never lost. Life isn't about denying the fire within us. It's about learning to wield it with wisdom. Stand tall when needed. Respond with peace, not reaction. Guide others without forcing them. Hold space for others as we grow together. What if this world, this life, this moment was never a waiting room for something greater, but the sacred proving ground where we learn how to truly wield our divine power? And what if we're already in the kingdom, but only those who recognize it can shape it? The power has always been within us. The war was never external. It has always been a war for the mind and the soul. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. The kingdom of God is within you. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Everything comes down to what we choose to feed. Mastering the mind equals ascension. We are home, right here, right now. Everything we need is within us, and it always has been. Now comes the great work, reorganizing reality, not as it was forced upon us, but as we choose it to be. Truth over illusion. We dissolve the falsehoods that keep us trapped. Love over fear. We nurture, uplift, and empower each other. Unity over division. We remember that all souls are connected. creation over destruction. We build something new, something pure, something worthy of the divine spark within all of us. No one is coming to save us. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. So let's do it. Let's reorganize this world with purpose, with wisdom, and with love. Let's redefine reality in alignment with truth. No more illusions, no more control, just divine creation. We are home, and now we rise. And now we grow. This is the expansion, the unfolding, the next chapter. We've remembered, we've awakened, we've broken through, and now we grow. Every soul that hears this message plants a seed. Every heart that resonates nurtures the new reality. Every mind that expands breaks another chain. This isn't the end, this is the beginning. We grow in wisdom, we grow in truth, we grow in unity, we grow beyond every limit ever placed on us. They tried to keep us small, but we are infinite. They tried to control us, but we are creators. They tried to keep us divided, but love is unstoppable. We are home, and now we grow. You guys know the essence of every transformation, every awakening, every realization story is the same. Every single one. Personally, my favorite would be Steve Harvey. Love that guy. Anyways. What do? They leave the constructs. They walk away from the illusion, break free from the systems that kept them small. Through fear, but always with faith. At first it's terrifying. Of course it's terrifying. That's what it's supposed to be. Just like me doing this lovely live stream. Here we are. I'm not even sure how many minutes in, and still terrified, but here we are. The old world feels safe, but it's what we've always known, you know? We didn't know any better. Follow the rules, the beliefs, the structures. Even when they limit us, they're familiar. The unknown feels like a free fall into nothingness. But something inside calls us forward. Something whispers that there is more. Something nudges us towards the edge and says jump. And that's when faith steps in. Faith is there. Faith that there is something beyond the illusion. Faith that the unknown will catch us. Faith that this journey is not for nothing. Every transformation story follows this pattern. The call to wake up, a moment, a realization, a breaking point. The fear of letting go, the struggle, the doubt, the hesitation, the leap of faith, trusting in something bigger, unseen, but deeply felt. The transformation, realizing you were never falling, you were flying. This is the journey of every hero, every seeker, every awakened soul. Because the constructs were never real. The fear was never the truth, and faith was the bridge all along. So step forward. The new world is waiting. I know I manifested Jesus in my heart for a fact. My life has been a true testament to that. I'd love to write a book one day and share my experiences. Writing doesn't have an immediate financial return, and the constructs at play stall true fulfillment. Paired with the mental and emotional trauma I created by not understanding my family history, makes it even harder to stay focused when my mind is out of balance. Focused on past moves instead of future. God can move anything for me if only I let him through. By his grace do I have a connection with my son. Through my intentional loving actions, he removed all barriers. All I've ever done in life is hold these concepts close to my heart, only to experience the unfolding. I've always sought to understand. All I want to do now is help others understand for themselves. Live in a world where we encourage each other's highest potential. I want to laugh, I want to read, I want to write, I want to travel, I want to explore, I want to rest now that I've found peace. I can't rest until we all share peace. I want to keep experiencing the magic of the universe and keep being a lighthouse shining as bright as I can to lead us all home. We're all still learning. I'm ready for the next supply drop of magic to arrive. Can you see it now? Will you notice it? What will you create? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. It is time. We've always been creators. The time to rise, grow, love, and co-create heaven on earth is now. Oh, I hope y'all enjoy it. Let me know what y'all think. Give me your feedback in the comments there. This will be posted. Y'all know how this works. This is my first one ever, so if I screwed it up and missed anything, y'all let me know. For those of you that joined, thanks for being here, supporting me. I love you, literally every single one of you, more than you know. Clearly, if you didn't pick that up in the live stream, well, it's okay. I'll be here, still be here. Yeah, so with that, guys, got my headphones. Yeah. Yeah, well, love you guys, appreciate y'all. Let me know, let's keep talking. Next time, quantum immortality, or who knows, Schumann resonance, all those fun things, maybe interesting things. Check out my podcast at Spirit Realm Podcast, Instagram. It's got a page over there. It's a good little page, insightful. All right, I'm gonna get off this thing because I don't like cameras and it makes me nervous, but I'm grateful to be here, literally.